Hi, everybody. We are back, and this is Enlightened Living.
Yes, we're gonna have a little short discussion here about something.
Yeah, so it's like we were just kind of just sitting around talking about something. It's kind of interesting when you really think about how living on this earth plane works at this given moment. So, just pondering for a moment. We're on this earth plane, and you can't just go out and build yourself a cabin wherever you want, right? Because people have pieces of paper that say you can't do that or that they own it.
It's like almost like every inch of the plane of the land is like owned, or even the waters are trying to like take ownership over
In
it.
the air.
Even the airspace. When you really think about it, though, that is so ridiculous. When you really think about it, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Exactly. It's like there's nothing in nature saying, "Hey, you cannot build a place here to live and like cultivate and have fun and just enjoy your experience." It's people set these principles into play, and when you're like driving around, we've driven around in the United States before, and there's massive land plots just empty, but it says for sale. You want to buy 200 acres or blah blah blah.
There was a big fence up around like everywhere. It's like, why is this area fenced off? Like, you know, like every square foot has to be like taken up by someone, and like someone has to have their name put on it. You know?
Exactly, and the thing that's even more ridiculous about it is like all these plots of land, most of them are restricted in some way. You can't just buy it and just do whatever you want with it. Why are you buying it even in the first place? It's like a piece of paper that says you own this. It's like you cannot just own this stuff. It's like it's ludicrous. It's silly. You're like, hey, I own this piece of earth, I guess, and
Because of this piece of paper that says I own it.
yeah, because of this piece of paper I bought from this person that says I own it, and they're gonna file it, and then there's with the other pieces of paper that say people own this earth, right? And then you have it, then you're like, okay, I can't build my cabin here because
Piece of paper says I have to do something else with this land that I own now.
it's like it has limitations. I can't just do whatever I want with it. I can't just start a farm because it's not zoned to be a farm. Oh no, I just noticed it's zoned to be commercial. I don't want it for a commercial. I want to put a house on it. Oh, it's residential, but you only can have one house. You can't have multiple houses. Have your friends and family live with you. You only can do that. It's like it's so silly. A piece of paper that literally dictates what you do with your life and with the earth. It doesn't make any sense.
And that even bring in like how the way back when, before we did this on this land, people lived with the earth and they moved around. A lot of tribes, indigenous tribes, were nomadic, or even if they set up shop in one area. Like there was just not obviously the knowing that you don't own what you're just using it for now and enjoying it and experiencing this area that you're in, and then you may move to another place. But that's why the whole concept you were bringing up, how like when the people came over to like, hey, I want to buy this land off of you.
Yeah, the indigenous people are like, you want to do what now? They're like, well, I have this piece of paper that says I want that land for myself. And they're like, but you can't own the land. They're like, no, well, can you sign this? You can share the land with us. That's great. We can share. No, can you sign this piece of paper? Sure, I'll sign it, but you can't own the land. And then they start killing people and being like, you're on my land, get off my land. And they're like, wait, this is not yours. It's the Earth's.
It belongs to the earth. We belong to the earth. Like we don't, we can't own parts of there. But anyway, yeah, it was just interesting to bring that up because the whole, the daily grind is all to own a piece of the earth, which is something you can't even own. So what the heck?
Yeah, exactly. So you're doing this constant day-to-day grind, like, because, like, if you don't, then you can't own your little box that someone has a piece of paper that says that they own, so you can live in it. You can't just like go off and be like, I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna grow some fruit and live on this piece of land that no one's sitting on and put a little house. No, you can't do that.
Well, so yeah, so they highly promote, and the thing is, well, you say we can't do that, but as a collective, if we all decided we weren't going to do what we're doing right now, we could do something different. Even individually, as we can see, a lot of people are like going away from this structure of like, let's use all of our energy in our life to work 9 to 5 for like 40 years of our life, most of our healthy, like active years of our life, right? To buy shit and put it like in your little plot of like land that you think you own and collect more shit and then do what with it when you're old and you can't like travel around and enjoy your life anymore.
Well, it's even funny when you think about that too, because it's like if you do own a piece of land, you have to pay tax on it every year. If you don't pay tax on it every year, they take it away from you.
Oh, so you don't really own it anyway, which I guess that's the caveat there, right? You actually don't really. Oh, so they're showing you by doing that you you don't own it. You think you own it, but you really don't. That's so effed up.
So it's like it's that circular grind. And the thing that's even more messed up about it, they keep pushing back like the retirement age. It's all over the media all the time. It's like you can't retire now at like this age because you're not gonna have enough money because everything costs more. So you have to wait till later. You need to work longer. You need to work harder. And so you pretty much like by the time you're old and decrepit, you're all beat down, and it's like now you can enjoy retirement, and then a couple years later you're done.
That is how this world is set up, you guys. And the good news, though, is that it is changing, and it can change faster by you just not agreeing to do this. You can just break away from the system. It's a lot easier than you think it is. We're in the process of breaking away from all this. But the thing is, it's just really interesting how, because like I would say 4 years ago, I was in the mindset like super convinced that you gotta work, you know, the whole 9 to 5, at least 5 days a week, you know, bring in a good income and like do this and do that or whatever that everyone else is telling you have to do. To now, it's like you don't have to do, you can do what you want to do and experience the world the way you want to experience. You don't have to experience the way others want you to experience it, right?
Exactly. You know, it's just something for people to think about. It's like you don't have to be a part of that. It's like we're breaking away, and as a collective, we can make things change. Even as a single, you can make things change. And it's a great place.
Yes, the world is a great place to live in. It's very awesome and exciting and wonderful. And things are changing. And you can ride the wave of change and just experience it and enjoy like existence pretty much. But yes, you don't have to run yourself down, obviously, with to own the piece of paper, because that's really all you own is a piece of paper. So we'll just leave it at that, right? All right. I think that is all. So have a good one, everyone.
All right, everybody.